Oh,
No,
okay.
you're expecting them to change. That
But
your
that's still a
expectation
change,
of,
though.
but because what if they don't?
But
And then
you
you
already
mad
knew who you
because
married.
that's what I'm saying. But most people still be mad about it because they're like, well, I thought we got married and you was gonna stop doing it, but you expected it.
Yeah.
Nobody promised that to you. Nobody said that. You can't be mad at somebody else for what you expected.
Hey y'all, I'm Kiki Hunter.
What's good, people? I'm Mark Hunter.
Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast.
Everybody gotta accept who they are.
Yeah, you have to accept each other for who you are
Who
right
they
then and there.
presenting, themselves to you as.
No, you shouldn't be falling for no presentation and getting married.
Yeah,
You should not be falling for no presentation, baby. I want the full production. I want backstage passes. I want to listen before scenes, behind the scenes. I want the full shebang.
you gotta know everything
If
before
y'all
you
still
even
looking
get
at the
married.
presentation, baby, that's like looking at the gift and don't know what's inside.
Just looking at, oh, this a nice wrapping on the paper.
I don't care nothing about the wrapping. That don't mean nothing. What's in that box?
Nah, that's true though.
Yeah.
Because you gotta accept people for who they are. Because I mean, you can change. There's nobody saying that you can't change, but I guess that's the part of like growing. Because it's like understanding each other, like boundaries too. Because I think that'd be a big thing too. Like people don't understand that everybody got boundaries.
Yeah.
And it's like asking questions.
Too.
But you gotta ask them type of questions.
True.
Like, is this cool if I do this, or if it's cool if I do that, like type shit.
Like a check
versus just check in versus just like dry ass doing shit.
Yeah.
And then like let nobody know what's going on. Cause it's like, you kind of sort of leading people to assume shit.
Yeah. It's your assumptions, and then you mad because they didn't live up to your assumptions that they 9 times 10 didn't even know about. This is stuff you hoping and you praying to the Lord, like, please just make him into like just make him this person.
So they want dudes
already
to
that
build
person.
the bear.
Yeah.
Y'all be trying to build the bear, but
I mean, dudes too, like you can't expect whatever she was doing before marriage is what she gonna do after marriage. And if marriage is not for y'all and y'all just in committed relationship, just in general, like you gotta be able to accept that person for who they are right in that moment. Like, because if it's not promised, everybody don't get better. It's still people out here 60 years old and they still act like they in their 20s. Like, no growth. Like,
nah, real tea.
That's a choice. Growth is a choice.
You don't,
Everybody don't choose it. So
relationship is choices too. So it's like, you got to choose to grow and choose to be in a relationship. Or you got to choose to grow within your relationship.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, real tea. Because it's like, how can I say this? You don't want somebody that's still like stuck in the past. Y'all like you trying to move forward, but then they still stuck in the past. Not even on some BS, but just stuck in the past in general.
Oh yeah,
instead
like
of just growing with the times. How it used to be. Like, when we was younger, we used to do this and do that, and it's like not even understanding it. As you grow and being together for a while, shit change.
Because you
like
change,
going
like
with the
people,
punches.
Yeah, like you're supposed to naturally change as like you're supposed to evolve like as you get older.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, everybody don't. But you have to choose too, and you might not grow at the same time. Like somebody might get left behind a little bit and have to catch up. It just depends on who and what it is. Like sometimes men mature a little bit more in a relationship and change first. Sometimes it's women because you having kids, you're trying to balance work life. It's a lot that can happen. So you might get to a point where you're ready to grow, but he don't see no problem. Or he might get to a situation like vice versa.
No, that's true.
You gotta be able to like make that change like present that is there, but you still can't put that expectation on the other person to grow.
So
because it just might not be their time.
I mean, but what you pretty much saying is that it's a personal thing. I keep running back to that because it's like you gotta want to do that stuff instead of like doing it for somebody else. You got to do it for yourself. Because if you don't really see yourself like with that person, then it's no use to you like prolonging it and BS, and unless y'all both up on some just we gonna BS together. But
neither one of y'all
you
gonna
should-
really be happy.
I mean,
It's like gonna be a weird. It's always gonna be some underlying stuff. I feel like when you do that, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like prolonging the inevitable. Because now you done built the whole life. You done, more memories, more years, more decades on top of stuff just for it to not work out anyways. Like,
So
but y'all
that's
knew
like
10 years ago
growth
that
in the
y'all was
wrong
right.
way. Yeah.
Well, it's no growth because if you get into a relationship, first of all, and it's toxic at the beginning, like honeymoon phases, that's already a flag. That's not how that's supposed to go. You don't get a relationship on just how much struggle y'all done had together. I'm not gonna stay in a relationship with you for that reason. That's crazy. I don't care how much we went through together, baby. I'm tired. Like that's a bad reason.
Down.
Yeah, you gotta hold me down. No, like what are you talking about? Like who got time for that? Like I'm not. Cause now I'm hoping that it just gets better. There's no signs that it is. Some people be in relationships for a long time and don't nothing change, and you steady talking about I was waiting on you to grow and get here, get there, and it's like
Yeah,
who
but
told
that's
you
a
to do
you
that?
thing because
Yeah,
some people be
like-
set in their ways and they don't be caring.
Yeah.
If you don't see the signs and don't read the signs, then it's like that's a you problem
Yeah,
because you're scared to grow too because you're scared to either grow out of that relationship or grow into that relationship.
yeah,
So it's
That's
like
true.
when you don't make them personal choices, as in what you gonna do or what you want to do,
Mhm.
that's when you like continue to like screw yourself over because you gotta be able to make them choices.
yeah,
Because I mean, everybody business. That's a main thing with growth. Everybody don't need to be in your business.
yeah.
Like y'all gotta keep some stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
Like y'all can't be like just running your mouth telling everybody everything that's going on.
Like every argument everybody don't need to know about. It's just not important.
All online, dissing each other and stuff. Like you shouldn't do that because it's like y'all know that
Not
people
like-
watching y'all that y'all
yeah.
in a relationship. So it's like, yeah, you sit there talking about you don't like these lame dudes no more and stuff like that. And it's like, duh, we know who you talking about. You've been talking to this dude for the past 10 years, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, y'all gotta relax. Like y'all business is supposed to be y'all business. Cause
Yeah.
that's the part that like either gonna help y'all get together, that's gonna help y'all grow, or y'all
You
gonna
gotta
grow
have
out.
some type of respect and like privacy set. for,
That's
like-
part of boundaries, ain't it?
Yeah,
Respect and boundaries, two totally different things.
they intertwine.
So they
'Cause,
two
like-
totally different things.
No, because I mean they are, but if you understand my boundaries, then you're respecting my boundaries. It's respect. It's a form of respect.
And it's also a form of not crossing my boundaries. If you respect my boundaries, see, it's a double thing.
But yeah, you gotta be able to. It's about you, and if y'all do it together,
Then that's what makes it.
then that's
like,
what
fun.
makes it fun. But it's not. I think people have people have unrealistic views of what a future with somebody is.
Yeah.
Like we kind of get under the notion that everything somehow is just gonna be perfect, even though we don't really know what that perfect even looks like. 'Cause
Too
you
busy
can't
watching
expect that
them
you.
Cinderella movies and Princess Diary and all that BS growing up.
Maybe I don't know. I just think people don't know what that realistically looks like how life is going to just life.
Like
and
a
you
Twilight
just don't
movie,
see.
that's what they think it is.
Oh no, we too old for that.
And they on here wishing up on a dude like it's the Little Mermaid.
Stop
Dudes doing it too. They worse it. Like,
But I'm just saying, like, you have to be able to, like, whoever you end up with, whoever you're gonna be with, you have to respect them for who they are right now. Like, if you really gonna be like, we are going to, I'm talking about marriage here, this part, because if you just been boyfriend girlfriend for like,
I mean, that's the
12
only growth in a
years,
relationship
child.
you're supposed to be worried about anyhow. Is marriage.
Yeah, it's your
We
marriage.
ain't
like
talking about no boyfriend girlfriend stuff because we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. We've been
Yeah,
married
in
for
a
a while.
marriage, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we talking about marriage type stuff because I mean, boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, two totally different things when it comes to growth in a relationship.
Yeah, them very blurred.
Like they blur them lines
boundaries.
too much, and it's like those not blurred lines. Them you can see both of them lines. You can't be drinking and driving. It's either you're gonna be married or you're not gonna be married. Pick a lane.
Not pick a line.
You got to. You drinking and driving. Like you want to be over here. Y'all want to say that y'all married, but then y'all ain't got no paperwork. The Lord don't know y'all married. None
Not
of this
the Lord
stuff.
don't know.
But online, y'all saying y'all married. Like, nah,
Lord
you
don't
got to
know.
pick a line. It's either you married or you not. But
True.
that's a you thing. You got to make your mind up on what you're going to do upon that.
Yeah, and know who you making your mind up on.
Yeah,
like, because everything else when you talk about growing in a relationship, like even the communication, life, careers, whatever, it all starts with a personal choice. So based off who that person is.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep saying like you have to be able to be okay because they're going to respond as the person that they are to life situations.
See?
If that's gonna stress you out, that's probably not the person for you, baby. Don't be marrying nobody else, no hope and prayer. That's what I have to say to people who are not married in long-term relationship. Like, y'all gotta pick a lane, and when you do, like, understand that person might be that person for real. And then we also talk about, well, growth. What does that look like when a partner grows? Because even if you know that person's gonna get better, which we all hopefully inspire you to do, is constantly get better. What if they don't grow the way you wanted them to? Because you don't get to determine how the other person grows.
Nah, you don't.
You
and
just
I feel
have to
that's a you thing.
Yeah, you
gotta want to grow with that new
choose.
person because everybody gonna be. The older we get, the more wiser we get, as we like to say. So it's like that's what comes with it. Like, I mean, unless you one of them dudes or you one of them people that just ain't grown. And it's like, all right, if you growing and you seeing that your other person not growing, it's like, are you gonna stand that? Or you gonna talk about it? That's when the whole everything about communication is important when it's like growth. Because you gotta communicate. I feel like at the beginning our communication was like piss poor.
It was.
And then it's like, yeah, we kind of sort of started understanding each other a little bit better so we can be able to talk through some stuff. Because that be the thing, is like talking through. Because I mean, that's what you married the person for, is for somebody to talk to. So it's like you can't just be talking about BS all the time. You got to actually have like real conversation. And that's the part that gets a bunch of people tripped up because they don't have real conversations.
Yeah.
They be still up on them like
surface level.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Surface level stuff, and you ain't asking real questions. Like, because what if y'all two different religions?
Yeah.
You got to ask these different type of questions. What if y'all two different type of races?
Yeah.
You got to ask these type of questions. Like, dang, it's like your people cool with me because I'm black or because I'm Hispanic or because I'm another race. Like you got to ask them type of questions.
Yeah. Like y'all have to talk about it and get it out so that somebody's not expecting something that nobody ever really said. Because I think a lot of the stuff that hurts relationships, that hurt all of us, is we have expectations that we think the other person should just know because, like, you my person. I hate when I hear a female say, I just want my man to know me. Y'all want him to just know me. So it's impossible for that man to know you. You barely understand your own quirks and stuff, like little shit that you might do that you don't notice because you're not looking on the outside looking in. Like, you're not looking at your habits and yourself. You're not experiencing yourself the way other people are experiencing you. That's a fact.
Pause.
You don't experience yourself the way.
Oh, you don't just say it again.
What?
You don't experience yourself the way other people experience you.
You don't. So, like, you have to, like, understand that you don't get to tell. It's because it's a form of control.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to tell the other person when and how long it takes them to grow and how they should grow. You
can't badger a person for not growing.
Like, you can't.
That's wild.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, that's wild. You can't do that.
Because your progress might not be my progress. I might not be at that speed. I might can't do that fast.
Yeah.
It might take me longer. Like, some people, it just generally takes longer. We all have different timelines of excelling goals and like social goals.
Yeah.
and growing and maturing. So you like one, but that's why I say sometimes it's gonna feel unbalanced. But I think so many people give up on a spouse
because it's unbalanced.
Yeah, it's unbalanced.
It's weighing too heavy, and they don't feel like talking.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
not
like
the
that's
fun
what
part.
it is. Yeah.
It's not the fun part. You're like
Everybody like the fun part of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like it's some dark times. You feel me? And you got to be able to handle them just like you handle the fun times.
Yeah.
So when you get past all that stuff, that's how everybody talk about that they want to be with somebody 40, 50 years. But then you don't realize that, like, yeah, Gwyneth and Earl really went through some stuff. That's how they got to the 40, 50 something years.
Mm-hmm.
But they
they
stuck it through,
like,
you feel me?
Them old couples, them
like,
old black couples that
they
was
stick
mad
it through.
cool with each other. Like, that's because they know, like, they didn't roll with each other.
You gotta stick through it through the hard times.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to get it out the mud together.